Hey everyone, it's Susie Lee with LINA Boutique. Welcome to my segment of Craft Around the Clock. I'm so happy to be here today because I've got a fun craft I'm going to show you, and it's by request. So about a week or two or maybe three ago, time just flying when you're having so much fun, I put out an APB to my Bellas on my page and said, hey, what would y'all want to see? I mean, and so I got some really good ideas. And one of them was how to rust. Well, you can just sit around like me. You get real rusty that way. But I think she was talking about stuff, how to get stuff looking rusty. So come on in, get yourself a little drink of choice. I got my vinegar water here. And we're going to get going. You know what happens when you're up in the middle of the night? You know, you're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to check Craft Around the Clock and see, if they've got any openings, because, we're only supposed to have one a week. I'm going to have a couple of them this week anyway, because Susie's up in the middle of the night doing silly things like signing up. I'll sign up for anything in the middle of the night. Ask me anything. Anyway, here I am. Okay, here's the deal. Aggie Farkas, many of you know her. She's one of my sweet Bellas. She wanted to know how to do some rust, and so I found some stars from the Dollar Tree, but she's on her way home from work right now, and she said she's going to get home ASAP so that she can watch this. So I've got two parts to this video. So I'm going to do part two in part one instead. I was going to do this last, but this is fine. I got this basket. A friend of mine, Donna Radcliffe, if you're watching, thank you. Look at what we're using here. We're not going to be using the handle. We're going to take this handle off. I already snipped it, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is. Here I was thinking I'm going to have to saw this thing off. Oh no. You just get your scissors from the Tractor Supply out. And all you have to do is snip the, these little holders. They're holding the basket together, and voila, watch the side nut come off. And I said voila. It just comes right on out. You just shimmy it right out, and then you're left with this. I don't know what I would do with this. If you have any suggestions, let me know and I won't throw it out, but you know me. I'm always keeping stuff and then I don't use it forever, but I'm trying to be better about it. How cute is this? Just like it is, right? This is a really pretty little basket. I'm gonna really quickly hit it with what my mama would say, a lick and a promise. Okay, so I'm just gonna take some Fusion Mineral Paint, and what I'm gonna do with this basket, I'm gonna decoupage the bottom of it with, I was gonna use some rice paper, but my printer's not working and it turned out purple, and I don't want it purple, I want it blue. So I got this from the Dollar Tree. I've had it in my stash for a while. And so I'm just gonna get on in there and paint her up real quick, like with some white Fusion Mineral Paint, because I want it to be stark, kind of a little bit like toile. You know what I'm saying? A little toile-ish is what I'm looking for here. And I'm gonna get me a big brush. I got a pillow back here. My back's giving me fits. I'm working on inflammation. Inflammation is a bad thing. Let's talk. Can we talk? Anyway, yeah, I'm working on my inflammatory response here. It's just really bad lately. I don't know. It probably goes with old age, but hey, listen, when you're up in the middle of the night, you hear all these ads and you read all this stuff, So I got me some of this stuff. Who has heard of Rise? Who's heard of Rise? R-Y-Z-E. It's mushrooms. It's like got 5 kinds of mushrooms in it. I don't even remember them all. Reishi, lion's mane is good for your good old brain up here. And then lion's mane, reishi, well, maybe a lion's mane will work. I'll remember all 5. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of them. They're mushrooms, but it's made in a powder form, and you take it, and it's supposed to be good for everything from soup to nuts. It's good for weight loss. It's good for cholesterol. It's good for your brain health. It's good for all this stuff. Anyway, I started it yesterday, and I was hearing people saying they had side effects and all this malarkey, but honestly, it's good for gut health. Gut health is your immune system. Anyway, I bought it, and I'm taking it. It's a drink. You can drink. You can drink it in place of coffee, which is that's just silly talk, right? That's just silly talk. Hey, aren't you working, Linda? I thought you'd be working. Hi, Kathy Funk. How are you? Hey, Joanne. Anyway, so I'm taking this stuff, and it's supposed to help you with your energy and sleep. It's supposed to help you with sleep. I slept like a baby last night. I dreamed. I told Jim this morning, I go, I didn't even move. I didn't get up one time. Not once. Not once. Isn't that insanity? For me, that's just crazy talk. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to hit this with a lick and a promise. Very, very, I just want it to be a little brighter than it is, because when those, when the sheer tissue paper hits it, I just want it to be brighter, that's all. And pretty. Yeah, a little bit brighter. I want it to look like a toile, and it'll look dulled if I don't get rid of some of the browns and grays in here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, anyway, I'm taking this stuff, and I'll let y'all know if it's any good. You will be the first to hear me hollering from the rooftops, because I mean, I struggle with a lot of things, with a bunch of stuff. This being one of them. Paint. My goodness. Seriously, I just got this off my hands because I was working on the stars. My stars. Yes, you're not here. I'm not here. Shh. We won't tell. It's called Rise, R-Y-Z-E. There is a Facebook page for it, but honestly, I had it last night and I thought it was fabulous. I don't know. It tastes really good too. I put it in with just a little bit of coffee is what I did yesterday afternoon around 3 o'clock. They say for optimal effect, you should use it twice a day. Well, I'm not going to just, listen, I didn't just fall off the turnip truck. I'm not an idiot. I'm gonna go at it slow and see if it works, right? Anyway, yeah, Della, for you especially, non-sleepers, right? We non-sleepers all know each other because we talk in the middle of the night, right? Kimmery, this means you. Oh my goodness. So, yeah. I am going to let y'all know. Hi, Michelle Bowles. And I do have some energy today. I've been working up here hard all day. I'm working on my little scoops from my Totally Dazzle live the other day. I did a little ice cream shop, and man, did she turn out cute. Didn't she? I finished her. I put some of those little candy dots on it, and I framed it. Okay, I gotta tell you the story though. So I get off the live. This is hilarious. I mean, and it was I don't have it in here. I took it back in the other room. But I had a frame that had glass in it from Hobby Lobby. It had a llama in it. Llama. Remember llama? Well, during the live, I didn't connect the piece to the frame because I wanted to first finish the piece and then put the glass on. So, but I had the glass on it, and I'm showing it to y'all. Hit the bye-bye button, go to take the glass up, and I'm not joking you, I didn't hit it, I didn't nick it, I didn't do anything. It just went crack right in my hands. I'm lucky I didn't cut my fingers off. Oh my word, I was stunned. I don't know what happened. Anyway, we framed it without the glass. So, that's what I did. Yep. I thought that was really terrible. All right, I didn't put a lot of paint on here, so I can probably go ahead. Just want to make sure. So I got to put the Mod Podge in here, and I'm going to cut it in these little strips and put it around. See one spot. I'm gonna dry it real quick with this. It's not dry fast enough. Anyway, okay. So I'm gonna let y'all know how that all goes. Ryze, R-Y-Z-E. It's a drink. It's a powdered drink. It's expensive, I'm not gonna lie, but you know what? It's good for cholesterol. It's good for all. I mean, I'm taking supplements for all kinds of things. I'm thinking if I could take just this one thing and forget the other supplements, it's good for your blood pressure. My blood pressure was down today. No kidding. All with 1 cup. 1 cup. So I'll let you know how it goes. If I have any side effects, but I'm thinking, what do I have to lose? Columbus took a chance, right? Yeah. All right, so this is Mod Podge, not paint. I'm going to take this. Isn't this pretty? This is tissue paper from the Dollar Tree. And you know what I could probably do? I could probably just rip it like like you rip rice paper. All I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little line straight down here with some water. And I'm going to rip it. Just like that. Just like you do rice paper. This is so pretty. It kind of has a little bit of a toile look to it. Open it up. I'm going to use the biggest pieces, and I think I can get it all the way around. If I can't, then I can. Then I'll have to do plan B. But I'm just gonna rip this one too. This. I got this left over in case I need it. Oh, something. All right. Back with the basket. Oh, yeah. Wait, I gotta make sure what side I got it on. All right. That's the one I want. The dark side. Oh, going over to the dark side. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Mod Podge, and then I'm gonna tap it in with so it's going to take on all these little nooks and crannies. See, you need a good amount of Mod Podge, nice even coat, okay, to get it started. Then just gonna take it like this and put it along the edge, like that. Then I'm going to take this little brush I have here. It's like a little stipple brush, like that. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tap, tap, tap it on. So you're going to see all of the nooks and crannies. Now you want to go easy because I don't want to make it rip. I don't want to, because it's not rice paper, it's tissue paper. So there's a huge difference. But it's going to be pretty. I mean, I like the basket the way it was, but I was kind of thinking something summery, floral, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in there, just going to keep adding the Mod Podge and stippling all the way around. Simple, right? Alrighty then, we're going to speed this process up just a little bit. All I'm doing here is I'm just going to continue going around the entire perimeter of the basket with the Mod Podge and stippling on the tissue paper all the way around. And when I get that side done, I'm going to take the other tissue paper that I cut and I'm going to apply it in the same way. And I'll trim it on the top and the bottom so it's flush. And I just think it really looks a lot like braided fabric, does it not? It looks more like fabric than it does basket weave once you put the tissue paper on. I think it turned out really nice because of the white paint that is underneath. It's nice and crisp and white. Just cutting off a little bit of the excess, that's all. And we're done. Okay, here's the deal, Sparky. Want to make your star that looks like this from the Dollar Tree, okay, $1.25. $1.25. You want it to look like this? That's some good rust. Let me put it up close so you can see the texture. I don't know if you can see that texture. Can you see the texture? It's got texture in it, and I'm going to put more in this one here, but it's got some texture. I created this by first going over it with some isopropyl alcohol and cleaning it. This one's already prepped. Okay, so this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna sand it. I used my little gator, my little gator sander. I just went over it and sanded it, wiped it down with some more alcohol. Okay. Get yourself a good black. I use coal black Fusion Mineral Paint. I like it because it sticks and it sticks well. You need some of that. So I'm gonna go in here and paint this whole thing black. That's where you start. You start with it black. The reason you clean it well with the alcohol and you sand it, you give it a little bit of tooth, right? That way you won't get the pulling away that you get, you know, if there's oils on your piece. Like must have missed a spot right there because that's pulling away. You don't want that. You want it all coated well in black. Both sides. You don't want any of it showing, so you got to get down in all the little rivets in there. Now you can do this on plastic, you can do it on metal, you can do it on cardboard, you can do it on wood. Don't matter. Whatever you're wanting to rust up, you can do. Now this one I cleaned with alcohol, both sides, and it's doing that pulling away. See that? Don't know why. Don't know why, but we're going to fix that. We can fix that. Okay, gonna dry it up. That paper came from the Dollar Tree. Whenever you're at the Dollar Tree, take a looky-loo at the tissue paper in the party section. They always have some really pretty patterns in there. You know, so, and it's mixed with just the plain, but they've got some really pretty patterns. Okay. Oh, I'm so mad that it did that because I cleaned it with the alcohol. Apparently not good enough, right? That's really bizarre. First one didn't do that. You want to know why? Because I'm live. I'm just touching up a couple spots here. And you want to do the, cannot believe that happened back there. You want to do the stem as long as, you know, however long you're going to keep that stem. If you're going to put it outside in the ground, you can leave it this length, but I'm not. I'm putting it in this little arrangement. So, okay. All right, I've had it with this nonsense. I'm going to take this baby white and I'm going to douse it with some alcohol here. We're going to go over those spots real quick. Clean it up. just happened on the back. It really didn't happen much on the front. Who knows? Let's give it another quick, because it didn't all completely cover. It did on my first one. Want to know why? Because I wasn't live. I'm telling you, there's something to be said about when we go live. It just doesn't work out the same. Okay, now see? It's working now. Those little white spots didn't reappear. It didn't pull away. It just cleans all the oils and stuff off of any piece. You should do that. You should clean, even if you're doing wood, whatever you're painting, you won't have that problem if you clean it well and prep your piece well. I suggest sanding it a little bit as well. I didn't sand the back of this one. I think I did the first one. That's probably where I made my mistake. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of the stick down here. Let the whole thing rusty. We don't want one part rusty and the other part not, right? Okay. Now, you might wonder, how did I get that texture? How do you think I got that texture? Okay, get it good and dry to go on to your next set. Backing everything over here. I used this paint for plastic in espresso, and I mixed it with the black. Okay, might need a little bit. It's by Folk Art, and I might need a little bit more black, so I'm going to hold this black out here. I used this glass paint. It's called Glass and Glaze Ceramic Paint. This is just plain orange, and I'm going to put out a little bit of orange here, okay? Keep it upside down because I don't have a lot of it left. And I used a little bit of this Sea Breeze color to get that, as if it was rusted copper. If this was a copper star and it was rusting, it would look like that, okay? It would have some of that teal in there, right? So, what I did was I took my black brush and I mixed up the brown, and I might need a little extra black in there because I like it real dark against this black here. Okay. Okay, like that. And I took some diamond dust, not a lot, just a little sprinkle, like, I don't know, a half a teaspoon. And you mix it in. And that's how you're going to get that pitted look. Your diamond dust gives you, you can put as much as you want in, or as little as you want. I'm going to add a little more because I like that look. I thought it was really cool. It gave it that pitted look. It doesn't get, it's not shiny anymore. Now it's got paint all over it. You know, it's almost like as if you had a textured paint. Okay? All right. So, got that done. For the orange, you're going to take a little stipple brush, a little stencil brush. Oh, shoot. Wrong one. Put it in the wrong color. It's all right. A little stencil brush, and you're going to go and you're going to stipple this orange. The reason you're using this brush, now if you were to do this and paint it on, it doesn't give you that effect. It doesn't. It just doesn't. Stippling it like this gives you the ability to blend it into the color below it. See what I'm saying? If you do this, it just looks smeared. You don't want it smeared. You want it stippled. Okay? And you can put as much or as little orange as you want on there. So you got black, then you've got orange. This is a lot of layering going on here, girls. Lots of layering. Put some back here while I'm at it. Might as well do the back and the front, right? Put a lot on the sides where it might rust more. Okay? Okay. So this is what you got so far. You got this and that. Stipple, stipple, stipple. Then you take your texture. Wait a minute, I'm gonna dry it just a little bit, because I don't want it to get muddy. I just want it to kind of blend and see that texture. I didn't put as much texture on the first one, but I am on this one because I really liked it. And you're going to go over it with the brown here and there. You don't want to cover up all that orange. You want to leave some of that because that's the rust. But what's cool is this has got the diamond dust in it, and it gives you, put it on nice and thick here and there, and it gives you that, you know, like metal that's been sitting out for ages. Okay. Go back here. Put some back here. You're not going to see much of the back, but I like to do back and front. Okay. Right up. Oh my goodness! Agatha, thank you for the stars, girl. Thank you. Okay. All right, and here's the trick. Here's a little trick I used with this one. It's kind of fun. I use a little spray bottle of water, and I put a little bit of alcohol right in my tray here. And I mixed it in. I'll show you. If you have another spray bottle, a tiny one, you can put a little alcohol in it and let it kind of drain down right over your piece. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a few of these colors, the sea breeze, like here and there, like that. Get it in there, good amount, and then you take your water, your spray, and you're going to just let it kind of do what it does. That, and take a little bit of rubbing alcohol as well. And I'm going to just pour it right into my plate. If you have the spray bottle, that's helpful too. Put it right on your brush and watch the magic. What happens is it makes this just kind of blend into the background, kind of like an afterthought. That alcohol thins it real nicely with the water and gives it, and you want it blended. You can get your brush, dry it off a little bit. You want it blended, and you can keep adding layers. I'm going to show you that right there. This has still got some alcohol and water on it, so I'm just going to go back here, do the same thing, and give it a spritz. Get in there and get some of that alcohol. And what that does is it just blends it in there. You want to blend it too much. And dry it off. Again, this is all about layering, guys. If you get too much of one color, I want to show you something, what you don't want to do. See this right here? See that orange there? It just looks like a glob of orange. Get your brush and go back in there and hit it. Make it look like that. That's rust. You don't want it looking all like a glob of paint. You want it to look rusted. And rust has been there a while, and it's layered, and it's, what can I say? That's how you get the effect. That's how I got this effect. Just like that. Now, I'm going to add some more dark here because I want some more of that texture. I'll put some more of that. I'm going to glob some on. That beautiful texture of the diamond dust, so that when this dries, it's going to have that look. And I'm going to get in there with a little bit more orange. And this last layer here, kind of, You can play with it till the cows come home, but this last little bit, this last layer, the third time around, is the one that, for me, I said, done. This is it. You know when it's done. When it starts looking like, you know, like it's rusty and it's got all of that textured goodness on it, you're done. Right? Okay. All right. I'm not going to worry so much about the back right now. I'm going to dry it up. Isn't it cool? Doesn't it look like it's been out in the rust, in the rain, in the elements for a minute? Okay. And I'm going to show you real quick how we're going to put this together. Okay. I'm probably going to play with this a little bit more. I see a couple spots where I want to, you know, touch it up. But here's the deal. Some of my water so it doesn't dry out. All right, and I'm going to take my clippers right here, and I'm going to clip it down a little bit longer because this part's going to go down in some foam, and I'm just going to bend it. I shut my eyes because I don't want it hit me in the eye. There we go. The other one didn't take that long. You want to know why? Go on, say it. You know why. There we go. Because I wasn't live. Okay. Okay, so the beautiful arrangement that I made for my daughter's wedding, it was in a tiered tray. She had a barn wedding, so it was very, very like this. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this basket and I'm going to set it down in here. Now you could put a beautiful arrangement of your own in here. You can put some foam in there, do all the things. But all I'm going to do, I'm going to take this rusty star like that. Like that. Okay, what a cute little summer centerpiece, right? Now, one more thing I have to say, and I know my time is up. I have to say, you should, if you're going to keep this outside, of course, you're going to need to spray this with sealer, and your basket, you probably shouldn't, you know, do the Mod Podge thing, but you could spray these with sealer, with clear coat, 2 or 3 coats, and you're good to go. These can be kept outside, so not a problem. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you like the basket. Isn't that cute? Anyway, I'm so glad you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for spending time with me this afternoon. Oh, anyway, thanks so much, you guys. Have a great rest of your afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow.